Hey friends, welcome back to Blue Adventures. I'm Ashley and this is the garden in our suburban backyard. We skipped week 3 for the fall garden tour because things got a little hectic, but this is week 4, so let's check it out and see what's changed. Alright friends, here's week 4 garden tour. So first we'll start the entrance. Nothing much has changed in these. You'll see I did fix the baskets, they were dying. I replanted those with some pretty flowers. These are white alyssum. I don't know what this other flower is called, but it's beautiful. So another thing you'll notice when we walk in is the containers that are right on the inside here are bigger. These small ones are the ones that were there, and I moved the bigger ones here. Right under this white, there's nothing really to see, but I planted peas. I just have to do this because, you know, the birds. But I have peas here that are supposed to grow 8 feet, I believe, so they'll grow up the trellis. Same here, I have more peas here, grow up this trellis. Again, each side should be similar, so we have rosemary, sage, and oregano. The beds right here are bigger from the last time, and then the sage and oregano I planted out. I told you I had them inside. Did this bed the same. Rosemary, sage, and oregano. I didn't want to, we're gonna go this way first, but I didn't want to give up on the beans I had growing. So I just moved the smaller containers next to it on each side. And I have this nasturtium, which something has attacked, but that's fine because they've left the other stuff alone. So when these first sprouted, I didn't know whether they were marigolds or tomatoes, and they are definitely tomatoes. So I have 2 volunteer tomatoes. This is soil that I just pulled out from the raised bed over there, or the in-ground bed over there, that wasn't being used. I didn't want it to go to waste, and I had my tomatoes over there before, or last season in the spring, so that makes sense. The fun thing is that I don't know which tomatoes they are. So I made labels for them. I'm gonna put them back over there. I'll show you where I'm gonna put them in a bit. But I'm excited, and we'll get to watch these grow and see what they turn into, what kind of tomatoes. I had, I think 6 or 7 different kinds of tomatoes growing in the spring. So this will be fun. I'm really hoping they're sun gold because those were my favorite, but we'll see. And so I just made labels. One says Mystery Tomato 1 and Mystery Tomato 2. So we'll watch these 2 together and see what they turn into. I'll transplant those by the next garden tour. Okay. So this bed, first flower bed, has gotten some more flowers added. You'll see the netting, I pulled it back, hoping the birds don't mess with it too much. We have peas along the back. You can see some sprouted. And then just some random flowers in here. I'm hoping this fills out and is a good entrance to the garden. Now, this has changed from last tour. So this one had nothing in it before. I told you I wanted to do carrots and red onions. I did transplant out the red onions. I don't know if you can see those. So I did them all along here. They seem to be doing okay. And then under here, I did 4 rows of carrots, 2 different kinds. And none of them have sprouted yet, but it's only been like, I don't know, 4 days or so. Keeping them covered to try and keep the moisture in, but also keep the birds away. So we made progress in that bed. This bed has also changed. So up here is where I had all those brassicas that were attacked. I tried to save some, did a little bit of surgery, and then got rid of the ones that I could not save. So you'll see what I did with them here. So I transplanted the dino kale here. This one had a bug on it earlier, and I got rid of the bug. But these you can see don't look great, and it's because I pulled off all the damaged leaves, and I'm just hoping to let them restart. So dino kale, this here in the center is curly kale. I have red Russian kale right here, and then the Swiss chard. I feel like this is probably the star of the garden for me right now. I mean, it's stunning. Look at this. Absolutely stunning. Wait till we get on that side and I show you those big pink ones. Radishes, still growing in the center. Fun fact, I am a fairly new gardener. This is my second season of true gardening. And people always say, oh, plant radishes. They are so easy to grow. They're ready super quick. It's super satisfying. Do you know that I have never successfully grown radishes? When I look in here, I see them bulbing a little bit right here. And I did check this one earlier. Let's see. You can see bulbing there, which is super exciting because though it's supposed to be one of the easiest things to grow, I don't do so great. These are jade green beans, and I feel like they look kind of pale. I don't really know, but they're starting to produce. You can see these little baby beans right here. How cute are they? Oh, here's a bigger one. My daughter actually planted all of these, so that's exciting. This watermelon, I didn't expect to produce. I just like it because it trails out of the bed, but I noticed there's a little watermelon. We'll see. In the corner here, this is new. We've got some collard greens. I saved them from that area, what I could. This is the in-bed worm bin that I showed you guys. Loving it so far. This was my favorite part of the garden here, this corner. But as you can see, though the weather is cooling off, it's still in the high 80s. The wind, we had some strong wind for a couple days, and it really damaged my corn. So it doesn't look so hot in this area anymore. I'll show you the pumpkin over here because we do have one that pollinated. I actually hand pollinated it to make sure that it worked. I don't know that we will get any pumpkins. Those are the small, I think they're candy corn pumpkins, but it's still super cool for the kids to see. This is the bluish gray pumpkin, Jarradale, something like that, and it is going crazy. It was only producing males, which I know it does first, but we've had a female flower, and so I hand pollinated it 2 days ago just to make sure it worked. And look, every time I come out, he's like double in size. So he's a bigger pumpkin. Doubt we're gonna get, you know, full pumpkin, but our first frost isn't until I think December 8th. So who knows? We have another month or so. And let's see over here. The kids put a ton of wildflower seeds in here. I would love for this to be a wildflower patch, maybe with some cut flowers in the spring, but this is not irrigated and I am terrible at watering it, so we'll see. We'll see. Here is the candy corn pumpkin, and this is the one that I hand pollinated, and we'll see. He's cute. See the corn here? Also, look at this. I don't really think we're gonna eat that. They're all weird, like some of it's pollinated, some of it's not, but what is that black at the top? Is that mold? I don't know. Look at those gardener hands. Anyways, yeah, I think this is gonna have to be more for show because it looks all moldy to me. It does not look good. So I'll have to do some research and see why that happened. But these are more jade green beans. Did you see the difference? You see how dark green these are compared to these? It's the same one. I don't know. who knows? But this, we've picked off a couple times. This is only like 3 plants, I think, in here. This is where all my beat up brassicas were. You can see it's lonely now. I'm gonna take those 2 tomato plants and I'll put them here somewhere so they'll climb up this trellis just like the ones over there. But this needs some loving. So I think I'll do another layer of compost. Maybe put some lettuces, spinach, salad. Make this like the raised or the in-ground salad bed area. And when we come this way, so here's the flower bed. We have this trellis, which we know nothing is currently growing up. Also, you'll notice these ugly things. These bug me a bit because I like the garden to look a certain way, and what it's taught me is that you kind of just have to roll with it. I have these here to protect the plants. I don't want them all eaten up by the cabbage worms and whatnot, so I lifted them for the purpose of the video, but they'll go back down. I'm hoping to find a solution that's a little less of an eyesore for me, but you'll see that. You also see some random working stuff like these. I got these to help some of these tall peppers because the big Jim one right here just kept falling over. They are doing great. They're starting to see, I don't know if you can see, but they're starting to get like a purplish hue. When a pepper does that, that's nothing to worry about. That's just them slowly turning to what the true color is supposed to be. So these are gypsy sweet peppers. We have, let's see, this is orange bite sweet pepper. In the very back we have sweet Marconi. And then when you come back this way, we have Big Jim. This one has quite a few that we're working with. This is the older shishito pepper plant. We've got some peppers. And then back here we have the sweet banana pepper. These are our younger pepper plants, which are also producing. See? And we've got a yellow bell pepper forming here. Birds are really taking a crap on these, huh? We've got a sweet 100 tomato here. Notice these holes. These are the birds digging, trying to get the worms, I'm guessing, but they're digging holes. It's driving me nuts. But there's one of our indeterminate tomatoes. We have another one back there, and this one. I actually noticed the other day, yeah, he has a baby tomato on him. First tomato, and then we have this one, and then we have our determinate tomatoes in the front. And I put these cages on 3 of the 4 just to give it support. This one is standing pretty strong, but I'll still add it there. This is also new from the last tour. We've got some cilantro here and here, and here and here. And I think I showed you guys in the last video, I transplanted this basil. This basil is like 2 years old. And it was originally in the flower bed. Moved it over here. It was wilted, looked terrible. Cut it down, and he's back. Still doing good. So we've got sweet peppers. These are spicy peppers. I picked up this pepper from the store. I think it's a poblano pepper. And I just have not done anything with it yet. So he's just hanging out. Okay, these are spicy peppers. Semi-spicy, I guess. There's poblano back there. We have jalapeno, jalapenos, bunch of them. And oh, I think there's serrano in here somewhere. Oh, here's some serranos. Yeah, The rose is doing okay. I think it's ready for winter. We've got our fig. Now, I have never grown figs before, and I told you guys that. I had no idea. I thought these were supposed to turn black or something, so there's probably been about 10 of them that have went bad on here because they get too soft, and I was waiting for them to turn like purple or black, and they didn't, so they'd get so soft and like brown, so I'd toss them and the birds would eat them. Then I realized, well, I googled, this is a Desert King, I believe, fig, and they're actually supposed to stay green. So the whole time I was feeding them to the birds, waiting for them to get ripe, and they were ripe. I was just wasting them. So I tried my very first one the other day, and it was delicious. Now I can't wait to have more. Here's Loofah Lane, which is pretty extreme. Not looking so great. It's pretty brown, but hey, look at all these loofahs. Look at this. Just tons of them. This is that devil one. Not so weird. And then of course there's still some hanging from the tree. Got them all hanging here. Alright, so pepper, tomatoes, peppers. Then we have this bed again with the ugly tool stuff. But we've got some changes in here. We still have the zucchinis in the corner. It's a golden zucchini. This is a long white zucchini. They're really starting to flower now and getting big. We've got the radishes around the edges. This is also different. So I saved what I could from over there. So these 6 are broccoli. These 6 are cauliflower. We'll see how they take. Right now they look fine, but we'll see. Here's my radishes. They don't feel like they look that hot, but look at it. I think that one's dead. I got some tatsoi. This is also more that I saved from over there. And then also the 2 red cabbage and 2 green acre cabbage that I tried to save. They don't look so hot. Don't think they'll make it, but it was worth a try. Kids are knocking on the window. Got some nasturtiums popping up. I don't have anything in this area yet, so I'll probably put the younger cabbages that I started inside. I'll probably put those here, but you'll see I planted garlic in the other bed, per everybody else in the world also planting garlic, and I did them along here, just random ones I had, and it's actually sprouting up. I don't know if it's supposed to this early, but look, this is one sprouting right here. See another one sprouting right here. I don't know if it's supposed to or not. Oh. But we'll see. Alright, so in that bed, we have this. Looks pretty, huh? That's not mold, that's spray paint. But this is another bed that was empty before, and I made progress. So you see the potato tag. Told you I started potatoes in here. They went rotten, didn't do anything. I was so excited. I had one pop up right there, which he's now gone. So I'm gonna plant this whole bed out with potatoes. I just haven't gotten to it yet. But I did plant Transylvania garlic. Oh, all the way around like that. And I left the front open without the garlic. I was thinking I can do some sort of trailing flower or something to come over. Kind of add some beauty to that bed. So yeah, I don't know why. It's the same garlic. These garlics haven't sprouted. Oh, I think I found one. Is it supposed to sprout like that so quick? I guess we'll find out, huh? Oh, there's another one. These ones right here I had to put in again because the dang birds pulled them out, which is why I have this ugly cover over it. Because if if I don't, they pull them out and then they just leave them on the top for me. All right. And then here's the other small bed at the front of the garden that was at the trellis and I moved. So the beans are just climbing up the fence here. Nothing else in this bed. So I'll stand back here and let you guys see the garden from this side. And then per usual, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys the actual ugly. Of course, I've got my piles. You notice the melon is gone. This dirt still needs to be leveled out, but there's a walkway in between every bed now, which I love. You ready for it? Ready? Bam. Got some kids' shorts drying out here. All kinds of gardening stuff that needs to be handled. Yep. Some ugly in every garden. Also, you guys really liked this tic-tac-toe that I made out of a stump. I want to refresh it, probably do some more rocks or something. But I thought I'd show you guys another DIY thing that I did. I've had this probably about 2 years. I don't know how the color has lasted, but I just took the simple, I think they're 12-inch by 12-inch bricks and spray paint we had in the garage, and I spray painted them and then used white paint and painted numbers. And it's like the entrance into the play area for the kids. And yeah, so that's another cheap DIY way to add some fun. I can do a tutorial on that, but I'm sure it's pretty self-explanatory. I'll go ahead and show you guys the loofah lane from this side. Again, not so pretty. Lots of dead, but I feel like that'll be good because then once the season's done, that's a lot easier to pull off than the green stuff. But I'll walk over here and show you. We have more loofah. There's one. I've got these hanging from the tree. There's one. Another one. Another one. Another one. Got 2 laying in here. I'm sure there's more back here, but I'm not digging for them. And then we've got one hanging on the wall here. I think there's probably about 30. First time growing loofah, and that is one plant. Pretty insane. So yeah, friends, this concludes week 4. Again, we've got some changes happening. Doesn't look way different when you look from the outside, but when you look into the beds, you can see the difference. And it'll just keep getting fuller and fuller as the season goes on. That whole area needs to be filled in. And then I need to level out the flooring. I want to put a Blue Thumb Adventures sign. I want to make a sign with metal and put it right here. How cool will that be as the entrance? Right under the flowers. I think that would look so good. Well, that is it, my friends. That's week 4 of the fall garden tour. Hope you saw something you liked. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you noticed some differences, and I surely hope you join me on this journey. So don't forget to like, subscribe, share, bring some friends along, have them watch our journey. And of course, comment down below and chit chat with me. I try to respond to every comment, and I love interacting. So thank you for joining us. Until next time, bye-bye.